Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to hit you guys with a video. It'll be a few minutes long. But the thing I wanted to touch on right now, because of the pandemic, how deep we are into it, it's the end of the year. Here it is. Right now, as I'm filming this, it's a week before Halloween, about 10 days before the election. So I just wanted to make sure that I did this just prior to it. Because we don't know what's going to happen after the election. And with us being in a pandemic right now, one thing that's very, very difficult to acquire for some people is ammunition. So then you ask yourself the question, how much ammo is enough ammo? The simple answer to that is you can never have too much ammunition. Never. I mean, handgun, shotgun, rifle, you can never have too much ammo. And you get as much ammo as you can afford. Some people have more resources than other people do, right? So you have some people who have been acquiring ammunition, not just during the pandemic, but prior to the pandemic, right? There's guys out there and girls, females, ladies, women, who may have in one caliber, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 rounds. And then there are people who may have, 6 or 7 magazines around the house and all of them are loaded and that's the amount of ammo they have. Me personally, I try to at least stick around the 2,000 range. And so what I'm gonna do today is kind of give you an example. I'll use one caliber, really two, but anything from the AR platform, whether it's AR pistols, rifles, whatever, bullpups. What I try to do in caliber 5.56, 223, I try to keep about a 2,000 round count around or as close to it as possible. So what I decided to do was kind of just take a quick inventory to see where I was at. That way I can use this and hopefully to help you guys to see kind of where I'm at and where my mindset is at when I deal with ammo. So what I'm doing here with the 5.56 and the 223 is kind of the rule that I use for all my calibers. And you'll see as I kind of explain it that what I do, I have 5.56 and it's all green tips. And then I have 223, all 55 grain. And so it varies, my 55 grain varies. And I'm just gonna be honest, I'll go through the 62 grain, the 5.56 first, because it's gonna be the easiest one for me to talk about. And then after that, I'll go into the 223, the 55 grain, and I'll kind of talk about that. But real quick, I'll give you a rundown. I took a quick inventory of the 62 grain. So total right now, ammunition for this particular group, I'll just call it a group, this particular ammo group, I had 2,420 rounds. 2,420 rounds of this ammunition. So out of the 62 grain, I have 1,300 rounds evenly. And out of the 55 grain, I have, to make sure I'm correct, I might be off. No, I take that back. Okay, yeah, no, I have 1,100 rounds of the 55 grain, the 223. Now, here's where I was saying I was off. I actually have, and I'll do this one first. So I actually have a 64 grain box that I'll show you. 64 grains. Now, this is 20 rounds, American Eagle tracers. So it's 5.56. So based on that, you can say 1,320 rounds out of 5.56. But that's 64 grains. So that's what I have. So I had a tracer round. So I'll tell you real quick, tracer rounds. If I had to do something at night, whether it was whether I'm on offensive or defensive, you know, shit hits the fan type of things, then I would put, depending on the situation, you can easily lose your round count. So the last 2 rounds that I shoot, as I would reload my magazines, the first 28 rounds out of a magazine would be 62 grain green tips, and the last 2 rounds will be those tracer rounds. That way I know as I'm firing, if I lose my round count as I'm firing, then I know I see one go out, boom, okay, I know the next one's coming up, boom, now it's a mag change. So I know automatically, once I see those tracers, I know it's time for a mag change. So that's why I actually keep a box of tracer rounds, is for that. So let me get into the 62 grain. So I have 2 federal boxes. I kind of switched up they're normally 475 boxes, 475 round boxes, right? This one has 450 in it. I got another one, I stuffed it, let me grab it. This one right here, same thing, but it's 550 rounds in this one. So that's where I'm at. That by itself is 1,000 rounds. And like I said, I got 1,300, so that's 1,000 rounds. So you're like, okay, well, you got another 300 rounds laying around. Yeah, I do. I got the D60, the drum, and then I have, you know, the rest. I have magazines loaded up. There's 8 there, and then on my plate carrier, I got 6 magazines on my plate carrier that are loaded. So that's where those 1,300 rounds come from. So basically, I got those more of a, you know, for my tactical setup in case anything happens. Like I said, shit hits the fans type scenario. I'm already loaded. I got 8 30-round mags loaded. I got my 60-round drum loaded up. So that's where I'm at when it comes to the 62 grains, the green tips. And of course, we all, well, maybe not everybody, but you know, the majority of people know why the 62 grains are loaded and ready to go. You know, it's more of a, I keep using the term, shit hits the fans. Like if things go bad, things go south, then I already have my 62 grains. The ammunition that I would use in those situations, they're already loaded. So only thing I have to do is throw my plate carrier on and I'm ready to rock and roll. So if you all don't know, you know, and I can do a video about that if, you know, if there's a lot of questions, comments, or concerns on this video about the 62 grain, the green tips, just a real quick overview. That's the ammunition that the United States military uses. It will penetrate some armor. It's called Penetrator Ammo. It's not necessarily armor piercing, which means it's not going to go through all types of armor. It will go through some armor, softer armor, lower level armor. It'll go through car doors, things of that nature. But, you know, your top tier armor, like armored vehicles, the highest level body armor, it won't penetrate it. But, you know, if you have like I said, lower graded body armor, or just you're in a regular vehicle, it'll penetrate all that. So, I mean, if you guys want me to actually do a breakdown on that type of ammunition, just, you know, somebody leave something in the comments, and then I'll make sure that I get on it, and I you know, I do a thorough breakdown if you all really want me to do that, so I can do that for you guys. The other thing now, I'll talk about the 55 grain ammunition. So really you'll have like your training rounds, and then you'll have your hunting rounds. So you'll have like your full metal jacket, FMJ. That's what I use really to train. You can get like soft point ammunition, hollow point ammunition for it, self-defense rounds. And so what did I say? I think for that I have 1,100 rounds. One of the things about having a 55 grain, just kind of like the 62 grain, how I have the 62 grain in boxes, you know, 450 round box and then a 550 round box. You know, you can buy them in bulk, and that's one of the things with the 55 grain. You know, well, most ammunition that you purchase, you can also get it in bulk. So, you know, I don't think every state has it, but I know some states have it. A place called Academy, you know, they sell ammunition. You can get it in bulk there. So one thing that I purchased in bulk, a Spam can, Monarch, 55 grain full metal jacket. So I bought this joker here too, for emergency purposes, right? Things go bad, I run out of ammo. I don't have no more ammo to shoot. I've shot all my other 55 grain. I don't have anything else to shoot. Then, you know, it comes with this tool. Let me look at this box again. For you all who've never seen like Spam cans before, I think it's an image on here. So if you look at it, you will see right down here, you use that tool that comes with it. It's on here too, maybe a bigger image. Right here. And so you use that, it's a can opener. So you just use it just like you open up a can with a regular can opener. You get it on there, you pop it, you open it up, all the ammo's in there, you use it, you shoot it. So, you know, out of this, what is it? This 1,000 rounds, 55 grain, 500 alone is in that can. It's actually, well, I might be off again with my count. So that's 520. So yeah, so I got, yeah, 1,120 rounds, because it's not 500 in there, it's 520. So my actual number is 2,440 rounds, 2,440 rounds actually. See, I'm getting it. So yeah, between that Monarch, that Frontier Hornady, the American Eagle, and then, you know, other Hornady training rounds, training boxes, with the 55 grain. So I had this American Eagle. See if you can get that on the camera. 223, 55 grain full metal jacket. So I use this to train. You can shoot this down, you know, indoor ranges, outdoor ranges, doesn't really matter. I have, again, 223 Remington 55 grain. This is Frontier Ammo. It shoots pretty good. It's actually, if you look at it, it's made by Hornady. So this is pretty good range ammo as well. So a lot of the stuff that I have is American Eagle and the Hornady ammunition, and I use it to go out and just train. Whether I go to an indoor range, outdoor range, I use the 55 grain. It's a little bit cheaper, so you know, if you just want to send some laid down range, especially during a pandemic, that's what I'll use. So currently, anytime I go to the range, I'm shooting the 55 grain. One thing about the grain tips, the 62 grain, indoor ranges aren't going to let you, they're not going to let you shoot the 62 grain inside. You can shoot it outdoors, but indoor ranges, forget about it. Like I said, based on the principles that I was talking about earlier, as far as like those being penetrator rounds, you're not going to be able to go inside a range and shoot it. So that's why, you know, I probably have a little bit more of that. It's because when I get it, I hold on to it. There's nothing I can really, unless I go shoot outdoors. A lot of times I'm shooting inside. Sometimes I will shoot outside. But if I'm just fine tuning, just working on fundamentals, I'm either dry firing in the house or I go to an indoor range, working on sight pictures. If I want a different type of feel, different type of environment, you know, something that's so controlled, then yes, I'll go outdoors and shoot. And then, you know, I try to go outside and do tactical shooting and movements. I try to do it like once a quarter, you know, perishable skill. I mean, you remember a lot of the stuff, but you need to go out there, especially with tactical movements, moving in pairs, moving in teams. You should definitely try to do that stuff once a quarter if you have the ability or the land and the space to do it. So you can use the 62 grains while you're doing that. But again, bad situations, bad things happen, you want to have as much of those green tips around as possible. That's my take on it. So that's why I very rarely shoot it. I keep it, you know, in case a situation that we all really don't want to be in arises, and so I have it readily accessible. But yeah, 55 grains, good to train with. Shoot indoor, outdoor. You can use it to hunt. If you run out of 62 grains, it's still going to be effective. The rounds are slightly lighter, but it will get the job done. It won't have the armor piercing, the penetrator properties, not armor piercing. It won't have the penetrator properties that the 62 grain rounds have. But if you need it, it's there and you can use it. So I'm not discouraging people from purchasing 55 grain. You know, purchase both if you can, and then just use the 55 grain and stockpile the 62 if you can. But again, for whatever reason you run out of the 62, the 55 grain is going to work. Like I said, you can use it to hunt, you can use it for defense. There's nothing wrong with it. Just know that if you're trying to, if you're in a situation where it's other individuals and they have body armor on, understand your shots are going to have to be very precise in a situation like that, and understand like windshields, the effects won't be the same as they are with 62 grain. So just take that into consideration. Understand that if you're in a situation where you know you need something a little that's going to hit a little harder or penetrate a little bit more, the 62 grain is going to be the rounds that you're going to need to do it. But 55 grains work just fine, especially what we're doing every day, training, shooting, just working on fundamentals of drills. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Always, if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them below. If you want me to get in depth on the 62 grain, the green tip rounds, leave that in the comments below as well, and I can definitely do a separate video on it. And I hope this video helps. Hey, remember, this is 10 days before the election. Pandemic. Get as much ammo as you can, guys. And that's what this video is about. Again, if you ask me how much ammo is enough ammo, you can never have too much ammo. Always do what you can afford. But if you can do it at the minimum, make sure that you have 2,000 rounds, you know, laying around. And if you guys want to, I can go, you know, with some other calibers, show you what I do with handguns, shotguns, other rifle calibers, and show you, you know, where I'm at as far as number-wise, if you guys need any more help with anything else. But again, hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support.